What up? At St. Lauren 57, sober, celibate, and saved. So, I was talking about resentment the other day. And, the one thing that I've learned about resentment anyway is that holding resentment made me feel better about myself and allowed me to make the people who hurt me and the people I was judging be more evil than me. They were the bad guy, I'm the good guy. And, especially in my like teen years, I thought to myself, I'm like, man, I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. Right? Because you think you know everything when you're a teenager. And then, as time, and, because my thought always was, there was one adult who was an alcoholic and also ran away from all the responsibilities and always did a great job of making the other adult, look like the bad guy. While the other adult who was physically present was so consumed by, perfecting and fine-tuning their outer image and, jumping around from relationship to relationship and, they would use people instead of them going out and being independent, instead of them spending more time with us, they were still searching for love and they're still searching for validation. And then, especially now being 36 and, having a child that's 12, going to be 13. And then I have a child that's 8, going to be 9. And, in one perspective, I prided myself because I was always present. I prided myself because I was always proactive. I prided myself because I carried a job. I prided myself because I was independent. I prided myself because I never got with somebody to get something from them. I also never ran away from my problems. I was very much like, for a very long time a single mother and, carried a career and these kind of things. But I also did go in and out of addiction. And I also did enter relationships. And I also was still broken. And I still... that was ego, right? Like ego, bringing that from my youth, adolescence. And I did get a DUI myself. One adult has plenty of DUIs. And And all I can say is that, reflecting is I can accept and take accountability, but also the fact that I'm in recovery and I have all these tools and I'm, going to the rooms of NA and I'm going to celebrate recovery and I'm going to church and I'm doing a lot of working on myself, a lot of maturity, a lot of growth, a lot of healing. I'm getting a lot of forgiving, without the sorries, without the apologies, and it allows me to break that generational curse. It allows me to stop that cycle of hurt.